All right, the Hyundai Tucson N-Line. You can tell by the trim there, you can tell by the trim there, and all over the place, there and there, that we're in an N-Line. So it's cold out. You can see it's colder than 32, that's for sure. And there's ice. It's in the rear window. There's some ice there. And there are different drive modes. So today we're gonna try snow and see what it's like on the ice as it starts forming. You can see the icicle there. Not a good idea in Texas to drive on the ice because we don't really prepare the roads. So I'm gonna drive around, go get my lunch, get to the grocery store, and nothing's frozen quite yet on the ground, but by tomorrow we're gonna get some snow and stuff. So this is, I guess, my vlog of the Tucson. I've driven a few Tucsons now and some Santa Fe's, and I always mix them up, but I know this is the Tucson because it's got the better interior. And this one is not the hybrid, this is the N-Line. So I prefer the hybrid, I'll tell you that right off the bat, because this is so far all show, no go. I drove an N-Line Sonata that really rocked my world, but this isn't doing that. Not sure why they call this the N-Line, still kind of investigating, but here we are in snow mode. This is an all-wheel drive version, so we'll go ahead and see what it can do. If I get into any issues or troubles or some amazing stuff, you will be the first to know. I do want to point out that while I do have heated seats in this model, I don't have cooled seats or a heated steering wheel. So this today is a choice you might regret by not upgrading to the fully loaded version. It is nice to have remote start with heated seats and a heated steering wheel that turn on automatically. I'm not sure if you can do it in the settings, but something really cool here is Android Auto via Bluetooth, and you actually get Google Maps. That is right up there with the new Honda Civic, which I really enjoyed, because if you're not going to get nav in the car and you're going to rely on Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, why would you have to plug it in every time? Okay, yeah, the road's feeling very slippery right now. Yep. Okay. Good thing we have roadside assistance. I'm not sure if it includes recovery, but basically we are at the point now of having to go to the grocery store to stock up because tomorrow is going to be worse weather, and I need to buy some cigars and some food and definitely something to keep me warm, which will happen very soon. So yeah, it's getting cold. 26 degrees, that's more accurate. Still in snow mode, so ironically kind of peppy in snow mode. I got the defroster on now to melt the ice, and I have the wipers on to prevent the ice from forming. Interestingly, we do not have rain sensing wipers in here, and I haven't looked at the window sticker yet. I don't think there is a window sticker, but when I get to the next stop, I'll show it to you. So I just went to a quick store pickup, and no, it's not Uber Eats or anything. I just went to go get some sticks. And so there's more ice on the camera, as you can see, but I get back in and it doesn't stay in snow mode. So I have to constantly change the mode, which is interesting because I mean, with all this technology, if it's below 32 degrees and I have it in snow mode, if I restart the vehicle, it should restart in snow mode. What are your thoughts on that? You let me know in the comments below. One more stop made, and you can see how weirdly this thing is getting dirty. There's like a very distinct line of dirt on both doors. This is because of the way the metal's formed, but that's pretty cool looking. Honestly, I wish they made a rugged off-road version of this car. Hint, hint. Okay, it's late at night. You can see the icicles here. This thing luckily has remote start. I just put some stuff in the car, and I guess it timed out on me, but you can see it's going to be a fun drive home. So I'm going to start it up, get going. If anything happens, I'll let you know. Yep, backing up here. You can see the camera is definitely fuller with icicles. The wipers did not freeze to the glass. I forgot to put them up, but I have them on because it seems to be freezing as I drive along when the water hits the windshield. So I don't know. We still have fluid. That's good. Road's not bad at all. It looks dry. We just had like a mist, and at 3 a.m. there's supposed to be like freezing rain and sleet with thunder. Never heard of that. So, oh, and it didn't start in snow mode where I left it. So we'll go back down here to mode. Go back down to snow. All right. Uneventful, thankfully. Actually, that's a good sign. You guys want to see something, but you're not going to. So there we go. Yeah, as I figured, nothing to report here. 25 degrees outside. Snow mode. Not really icy or snowy out, but as you can see, there's some moisture. The storm really hasn't hit yet, so maybe tomorrow morning I'll get you a different story, huh? Or there will be a plot twist. Maybe. All right. Catch you tomorrow. Okay, I'm home now, and before I forget, I want to tell you I do think that the volume knob here is different from last year's model. I think last year was a slide, but I just want to say that at night I can't even see it. It's below the volume text here, but I can't see that wheel. So it'd be great if they had like a outline for it or something, but just keep that in mind at night. You'll hardly be able to see that little scroll wheel. Otherwise, obviously, you could use this, but your passenger, good luck. Well, good morning. Here we are. Remote started. .28 degrees outside. It does not turn on the heated seats automatically. No heated steering wheel, as I discussed before. All right, let's drive. Roads look a little wet. Status update in the Tucson all-wheel drive. It's doing quite well in this weather. There's some ice and stuff where I can tell in the steering wheel that it's not as traction friendly as it could be, but it is ice. So overall, haven't been stuck, haven't had any issues. Braking is fine, and here on the highway, well, you can see it for yourself. So I don't know, maybe my initial question would have been, why would you need an Audi Q3 with Quattro when you can have a Tucson? But this Tucson here isn't as fully decked out as that hybrid version. And obviously the hybrid may be different on the traction and everything, but yeah, I mean, pretty capable, right? So that's a score, unlike Starbucks, which is closed. So now I have to find alternative means for coffee. Just ran over some steel plates right there. I don't know if I caught it, but it's obviously very uneventful. There's really no ice on the road, despite Texas shutting down for the day. It's becoming more and more of an issue, more of these weather pansies than the actual weather itself. So now the big problem is, like, you know, where do you eat? Is there a grocery store that's open? Will it open tomorrow? Like, obviously, all of this, this pandemonium, this stay home for the ice thing is clearly only one thing, and that is to benefit insurance companies who clearly don't want to pay out on your measly little ride if you happen to bump into something. But there's nothing to bump into because there's no ice. So they made this huge big deal about it, and this is all it was. And regardless, it's nice to have a you know, a way to get around, even when there's nothing going on. Yep. I'm getting real sick of this ice. Another day. No excitement. I guess that's just where I'm going to end it. The Hyundai Tucson. Okay, here we are, yet another day driving the Hyundai Santa Cruz. What is this? The Tucson? It's the Tucson. Headline. Nothing to report. obviously, just like there was no snow, no real ice issues. This is just another CUV. It's not really a performance thing, even though it says N-Line on it. It's actually quite frustrating. The transmission isn't shifting properly for me. It's like way too old school as far as it's just a stupid transmission. It doesn't shift when I want it to. It doesn't accelerate like it should. So will this be on my list? No. Would I rent it? In a pinch I would rent it, but I'm not really. I don't know who would buy this. I don't know why. So I'll just leave it at that. Thanks for watching. Hopefully there will be more entertaining content later, but obviously today this is what we had to deal with all week. Can't you tell I was excited? All right, see ya. Actually, I'm almost done, not quite done. It just occurred to me I'm in an N-Line, which is like the sporty performance version of Hyundai, and there are no paddles in here. And this is not a CVT. It's just, I don't know what's going on in here. It's just all window dressing. And you get this material and stuff in the normal Tucson, but for some reason this is an N-Line, and I don't understand why, other than the trim outside. And it's not a hyped up super engine or anything else. So I would just get the hybrid version or the bone stock version and be happy with either one of those. Everything in the middle, just because you get the digital cluster and the Android Auto, I mean, you can get that in a Honda Civic. So just keep that in mind. This isn't really shopping advice. I'm not selling cars. I'm an automotive journalist, and Hyundai provided this car for me for a week, and they paid all the tolls. Look at what you, how fun is that? All right, so thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.